The 6 best places to visit in Marseille, France. If you only have one day to spend somewhere in the world, I would tell you to go to Marseille. Because Marseille, a port city on the southeast coast of France, is a vibrant, multicultural destination rich in history and art. As you travel, you will come across parks, museums, and cultural centers that will make your Marseille experience unforgettable. Keeping this in mind, we've prepared a list of the best places for travelers to visit in Marseille. Before we start the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can reach as many people as possible with these awesome sights to see in Marseille. So without further ado, these are the 6 best places to visit in Marseille, France. Number 1. Basilique Notre-Dame de la Garde. This magnificent church, situated on a breathtaking hilltop, is Marseille's most important landmark. It is also the most popular attraction in Marseille. It was built on the foundations of an ancient fort at Marseille's highest natural point, a 149-meter-high limestone outcropping on the south side of the Old Port. The church, which was built between 1853 and 1864, has an opulent Neo-Byzantine-style interior with light and dark marble arches underlying gilded mosaic cupolas. After exploring the interior, visitors can relax on the magnificent terrace. The panoramic view is unmatched, extending from the red rooftops of Marseille's buildings and the old harbor, all the way to the Frailes Islands in the Mediterranean Sea. Number 2. Palais Longchamp. The Palais Longchamp, with its beautiful surrounding park, is a must-see in Marseille. This historical monument, which was built to bring water to the city, is a true architectural accomplishment. Despite its appearance, it houses the Musée des Beaux-Arts and the Muséum d'Histoire Naturelle. Both museums are located on either side of the Château d'Eau fountain. The old astronomical observatory has been converted into a museum and planetarium. The park also houses what was once the city zoo, which closed in the 1980s. The gardens behind the Palais Longchamp are also beautiful. They have been defined as one of France's remarkable gardens by the French Ministry of Culture. If you are planning a trip to Marseille, Palais Longchamp should definitely be on your itinerary. Number 3. Cathédrale de la Major. When people go to Europe, they like to see its monuments. Cathédrale de la Major is a beautiful waterfront monument dating from the 19th century. The cathedral, like many other buildings in Marseille, combines Romanesque and Byzantine styles. You can go there to see the architectural wonders or just to sit in the beautiful square enjoying the sea view that surrounds it. The cathedral is built on a system of vaults that housed warehouses in the 19th century. It has been renovated and is now one of Marseille's trendiest areas, with numerous cafes, bars, and restaurants. Number 4. Muséum et Museum of Civilizations of Europe and the Mediterranean. It makes sense that this museum is in one of the oldest cities in Europe. In 2013, Marseille was named a European Capital of Culture and the Muséum, Musée des Civilisations de l'Europe et de la Méditerranée, was opened as part of its inauguration. Even though the museum is about the history of European civilization and Mediterranean culture, tourists are most interested in the building itself. It is the newest tourist attraction in Marseille and is quickly becoming one of the most popular things to do there. Number 5. Château d'If. The Château d'If is a fortress on the French island Île-d'If, which is the smallest island in the Frailes archipelago and is located about 1.5 kilometers offshore from Marseille. Château d'If, originally built as a fortress, was later used as a political prison. The cells at Château d'If were surprisingly large. Higher-ranking inmates paid for larger, more spacious cells with fireplaces. The poorer prisoners were sent to the lower dungeons, which were unbearable and had no windows. Get on the boat, included in your city pass, and head over to If Island, if you want to see where some of history's most infamous political prisoners were held captive and endured a bleak, hopeless end. Number 6. Old Port of Marseille. Marseille's viewport is stunning and brimming with the raw energy that one would expect from a bustling port city. The port, surrounded by historic buildings and loaded with fishing boats and pleasure craft, appears to have frozen in time. And it should, given that Marseille's old port dates back to 600 BC. Aside from the slick bistros and cafes that line the boulevards, it appears to be the setting for an old pirate movie. We could imagine what it was like in the 17th century when schooners loaded with sailors arrived in the viewport. When visiting the old port, we recommend taking in the energy and atmosphere by sitting on an outdoor patio, with a glass of sparkling wine and fresh mussels. Thank you all for watching the video. Which of our top picks above will be your next tour destination? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and help us grow by subscribing to the channel. This is Sarah from Brilliant Destinations. May your travels be brilliant.